Wealth building is not just for high earners. You can steal these millionaire money habits in order to improve your own financial situation. First of all, simplify and organize your life. A chaotic and disorganized life isn't just about not being able to find your keys. That's annoying for sure, but it also has an impact on other areas of your life, including your finances. Being organized gifts you with time and a clear head in order to make good financial and life decisions. If you're constantly pushed for time, then you will be more likely to make impulse purchases, and you also won't necessarily be tracking your spending in an effective way. You also may struggle to be productive with work or struggle to advance yourself in your career because you're constantly feeling burned out. Let's just take a closer look at what I mean. A disorganized person sleeps for 5 hours a night and wakes up too tired to concentrate. They get regular takeaways, they waste hours a day scrolling on their phone, they are overworked and burned out. However, an organized person sleeps 8 hours a night and wakes up ready to face the day. They meal prep and plan so that they have time to cook. They prioritize their time so it is never wasted, and they make time for loved ones and doing the things that they love and bring them joy. When you simplify and organize things in your life, you free up practical time and mental energy in order to concentrate on making better decisions. Trim down your wardrobe so that it's quicker for you to make a decision about what to wear in the mornings. Organize your kitchen so that it's easier for you to do a stock check of what you actually have, and then you will not be going out and buying more food that you don't actually need. Be very clear on your own personal spending priorities and understand exactly where it is that your money is going every single month so that you can make a plan for effective savings. Wealthy people will outsource a lot of their basic maintenance tasks. Now, those of us on a not massive income don't have the luxury of doing that. However, we can organize our life so that those basic maintenance tasks are easier to do. They're not consuming so much of our mental energy. We're prepared for the day ahead. We're not constantly chasing our tail trying to catch up. And look, I get that it is hard when you have a family. I feel like some weeks I have to take a week off work just to deal with the school admin. However, if you make sure every single week that you have a plan for dealing with every single day, you know what's coming, then you're going to be far less likely to be flapping all week and a bit more mentally calm. You'll have more time and you'll be able to tackle things such as your finances and your budget. The goal here is just to make your life easier so that less time is spent on those basic maintenance tasks like cooking, getting groceries in, cleaning your home, picking out clothes in the morning, putting things away at the end of a busy day. This way you can put more energy and time into growing your income and just enjoying your life. Plus you'll be able to find your keys. The next habit to steal is to look poor. Wealth is not what you see, wealth is hidden. When you see someone driving around in a very, very expensive sports car, it's easy to assume that that person must be wealthy. But all you know is that they spent tens of thousands on a car. That's money they spent. It's not money that they have. People who build wealth understand the importance of looking poor because the only way to get and stay wealthy is to not spend the money that you have. Extravagant spending can easily lead to ruin even on a huge income. And it keeps you shackled to work because you constantly have to keep bringing that income in order to finance that lifestyle. Spending to look rich is not going to grow your wealth. A frugal person, regardless of their income, keeps their needs modest. They may keep the same reliable car for years and years, live in a house that suits their family size rather than going for anything that is larger, and only buy to replace things rather than shopping to excess. Next, calculate the life cost. Before spending any money, calculate how long you will have to work in order to earn the money to pay for it. This is the life cost. If it's not worth that time, it's not worth your money. Very wealthy people value their time as much as they value their money. Start valuing your time more because that in turn will save you money. One of the key reasons that wealthy people are able to keep getting wealthier is that they outsource tasks that can drain a lot of time for them, and that frees them up to spend more time earning money. They invest money in freeing up their time so that they can focus on more valuable efforts. The next tip is to develop high income skills. Your income is your most powerful tool for you to build wealth. The more you are able to live below your means, the more money you will have available to you to save. And that means that your money starts to make money for you and starts taking over some of the heavy lifting. It can be much easier to live below your means if you're able to increase your income. Developing high income skills may take time and actual investment, investment. But in the long run, you'll be better off because you've been able to unlock a career path with much better income prospects. Next up, marry right. Gossip magazines and tabloids are often filled with tales of very expensive celebrity divorces. Now, you're probably not going to end up arguing over a vineyard like Angelina and Brad. However, divorce is expensive regardless of your income and assets. Divorce means dividing up your assets, having to finance 2 homes instead of just 1, and not having the power of 2 incomes in order to build your wealth. Moving away now from the depressing D word, more importantly, your finances and spending aren't only determined by your own actions, they are also determined by the actions of your spouse or partner. If both of you are on the same frugal page, then living below your means is easy. However, if one of you is an extravagant spender, then you're both going to suffer the effects of being chained down by debt. Resist lifestyle creep. As your earnings increase, the temptation can be to spend those gains on more wants and more extravagant needs. You get a bigger house, a better car, and you take more vacations. You spend more on clothes, you spend more on dining out. You increase the value of your needs because the money is there in your bank to fund it. However, lifestyle creep eats into the money that you could be using to build wealth, that could give you financial freedom to get off the treadmill of work and have more freedom and more time. The billionaire investor Warren Buffett purchased his first home in 1958 for $31,000, and he still owns that home today and raised his family there despite his vast wealth. A great way to avoid lifestyle creep is to commit to a certain percentage of your earnings going into savings, and that way as your income increases, the amount you're saving increases too. And also have it set up as an automated payment so that it's a non-negotiable. Another habit of millionaires is they spend to save. Frugal living isn't about spending as little as possible. It's about being smart with your money so that you get the best value you can. Sometimes you need to spend more in order to save in the future. A wealthy person has room in their budget to ensure that they can afford to take advantage of great deals. For example, take advantage of supermarket deals when you see them for stuff that you buy regularly anyway. That normally involves buying in bulk or buying in larger quantities. And spend so that it counts. There's no point taking out the cheapest gym membership at a gym that's in such an awkward location you're never going to visit. You're much better off spending extra on the gym that's nearer to you that you're actually going to use on a regular basis to get your value for money. And on a similar vein to this, buy the best the first time. Rather than buying the same thing again and again, invest in something that's actually going to last. For example, say you seek out the cheapest possible washing machine, but it ends up breaking several times, you have to pay for repairs, and eventually after 18 months you replace it, but again you go for the cheapest option and the cycle starts all over again. You're going to end up spending more money than if you'd gone for a mid-range washing machine that's far more reliable and going to last you much longer. Cheapest isn't always best. Next, focus on securing yourself first. Ensure that you have an emergency fund of at least 3 to 6 months, that you're paying into your pension, that you've cleared your debts before you move on to anything else. Once you have reduced your risks and built yourself a solid foundation so that you can weather the storm of unexpected costs, then you can move on to ramping up your wealth building. Wealthy people take risks, but they take calculated risks. They have that secure foundation in place so that they know that if a calculated risk goes wrong, they're covered and can continue to live the lifestyle that they have become accustomed to. That leads me nicely onto my final tip, which is to don't just focus on defense. Saving money is your defense against the unexpected. However, you also want to make sure that your money is making money for you. Simply locking up your money in a fairly low interest savings account means that over time the value of that money will be gradually eroded by inflation. My opinion is that the best way to grow your wealth is to invest, because over time you get a far higher rate of return. The reason why you want to have that secure foundation in first is because with your investments you really want to lock those away for the long term, because you're going to have years where they're going to depreciate in value and years where they're going to do really, really well. The point is you want to look at it as a long-term game over decades, rather than something where you put your money away and think, oh, I can withdraw that in a year just in case you need it. In terms of growing your money, historically over time, you'll get a much better rate of return with investing. And I get that investing can seem like really, really intimidating. I've talked about it on this channel before, how I was just really unwilling to even look at it because I thought it was something that I couldn't possibly understand. But there are very, very simple accounts that you can set up, just general investment accounts or investment ISAs. And with that general investment account, the pot of funds is picked for you. You're not having to go through lists and lists of companies trying to think of stocks and shares that might perform well for you. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I really, really hope that you found it useful. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for lots more saving money tips from me.